Hey, what's up guys, this is Sukesh once again, and well, as you can see, I for you the 2016 version of Galaxy A7 and A5. Samsung started this metal series last year, dumping the typical plastic design, and this year's A series devices have got a different makeover and look very similar to the flagship A6. Today I'll be unboxing the A7 and the next video will be on the A5. Now the pricing of this device is somewhat shocking. As you can see on the box, it's priced at 36,000 rupees, and in the market you can get it at around 33,000 rupees, that is $500 US, which is basically the current market price for the flagship S6. So I really doubt how many people will be getting this device instead of the S6, and as you know, this is the trend of Samsung's pricing for their offline devices, and within 3 to 4 months the price will go down to at least 25,000 rupees. So better wait for that or get the S6. Now the new A7 comes with a fingerprint sensor, fast charging adapter, optical image stabilization on the rear camera, and 64-bit octa-core processor, full HD Super AMOLED 5.5 inch screen, dual SIM support, and most importantly a separate microSD card slot. You also get Samsung Knox support, and I'll talk more about these things later on in this video, so let's get started with the unboxing and show you the contents and of course the device itself. There you go, the all new Samsung Galaxy A7, and well, the device seems quite beautiful and well built. It's kind of heavy actually, 169 gram because of the glass and metal body. Before I show you more about this device, let's check what's inside the box. First of all, you get the user manual, the SAR information, and the warranty statement. Next, you get the adaptive fast charger with output rating of 9V 1.67 ampere or 5V 2 ampere, so you can expect super fast charging of your Galaxy A7, and the charging brick is also not that much bulky. Next, you get the data cable for charging as well as data syncing, and it's approximately 3.5 feet long. There you get the earphones, the best quality earphones Samsung provides with their flagships, and the sound quality from the earpieces are really great. The bass levels, the clarity are really decent, and you get a remote for volume and call control. The 3.5mm jack is not gold plated, and you don't get any extra earbuds. There you get the ejector pin for the microSD card and the SIM card trays. That's all inside the box. Now let's get rid of these things here and let me show you the device itself. There are 3 color variants of Galaxy S7: gold, black and white. The gold variant, which I have here, has got a black front just like the black variant, and the black and white variants have silver bezel, and this gold one has got this black and gold combination, which I really like, and this front glass is basically 2.5D Gorilla Glass 4. So is the back, so don't worry about scratches, but don't ever drop this device because either the front or the back glass will shatter. Beyond doubt, it's a gorgeous device Samsung has produced. The black bezel matches the black screen, and this gold variant is, I think, the most beautiful one. The frame around the screen is so narrow, the screen to body ratio is good 74.3%, and because of this the actual dimensions of this phone is not that much, feels quite good in hand, and the fusion of metal frame and 2.5D glass gives this phone a very stylish look and feel, so you are basically paying hefty for this luxurious design. Now guys, let me give you a quick tour of the exterior and ports. First of all, you get a 5.5 inches full HD Super AMOLED screen with 1920 by 1080 pixels resolution at 401 ppi, which is more than enough for a big screen like this. There you get the push button home key, which is also a fingerprint sensor. The back and the app switcher keys are backlit. At the top you get the ear speaker grill, and it's painted black to match with the surroundings. The front facing camera is a 5 megapixel with full HD recording, and the aperture is 1.9, which is really great for low light shooting, and there is also an RGB sensor for the adaptive display feature, which basically sets the color tone and the brightness in accordance with the surroundings. There is no LED notification light on this Galaxy A7. The rear camera is of 13 megapixel resolution with optical image stabilization, which is really helpful for handheld shooting in low light, and the maximum aperture is also decent f1.9. The lens is slightly protruding, so don't put this phone on rough surface, and The phone actually doesn't wobble that much. As you can see, there is also a camera flash. To check some camera samples, visit gadgetsportal.in/camera-samples and also my Facebook page facebook.com/gadgetsportal. Next, here at the top you get the SIM card 2 slot actually, and also the secondary microphone hole for noise cancellation and might be for audio during video recording. These are the volume rockers, quite tiny and goes with the design. At the bottom, first of all, you get the primary microphone hole and the grill for the loudspeaker, and next is the USB 2.0 port, which of course supports USB OTG, and last but not the least is the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left edge of the phone, you get a big tray for the SIM card 1 and the microSD card, and of course this is the power key. Let's eject the trays and show you the slots. You get separate microSD card slot on this device, so that's really great. This phone takes only nano SIM cards, and this is the SIM 1 slot, and you get the microSD card slot here, and there you get the SIM 2 slot. The new Galaxy S7 packs a huge 3300 mAh battery which is built in, and this battery ensures at least 1.5 to 2 days of normal to heavy uses. Now let's power on the device, check the display quality, and of course the brilliant TouchWiz interface. There you go, the all-new Samsung Galaxy S7 2016, and first of all let's have a close look at the display. As this is a Super AMOLED screen, the colors are very punchy and the brightness is also not bad. 401 ppi is just great, you are never going to complain, and even if you look from a very short distance you can never notice a single pixel. Only if you put this screen side by side with a 2K display, then you'll notice the Quad HD screen to be slightly smoother. Otherwise it's a brilliant screen, you are going to love it. The 2.5D glass makes the screen look slightly popped up, and from steep corners I cannot see any color fading as expected from a Super AMOLED screen. The black levels are pitch black, and overall I really loved this vibrant display. If you think the screen saturation is too much, then you can also control that from the display settings. Now let's quickly check the storage RAM out of the box, and first of all the Android OS is 5.1.1 Lollipop as I mentioned before. The Marshmallow update is on the way. The RAM on this Galaxy S7 2016 is good 3GB, and out of the box you get 1.4GB free, which is not bad actually considering this is a Samsung device. The interface is very feature rich, and the system is eating up 1GB of RAM, and the apps are eating up more than 300 MB, that is 50% of the RAM is already used. But don't worry, this is the scenario with all the Samsung devices. 1.4GB of free RAM is actually more than enough. The storage is officially 16GB, and before installing any application you get 10.83GB, which is also not bad. Up to 128GB SD cards can be installed, and you can move your installed applications to the external SD card. Now guys, let me give you a quick tour of the software features, and so far I can see you get almost all the smart features of the flagship S6 and also few from the Galaxy Note 5, like this reduced screen size and one-handed input. On this dial pad, keyboard and calculator unlocking pattern, you get these one-handed input options for better one-handed uses, and well, as you know, you can double tap the home button to launch the camera, and if you triple tap you can basically reduce the screen to your left or right. So when your other hand is busy, you can easily handle this whole display with your one hand. It's such a nice and handy feature. There are hundreds of such smart features on this device. If you want to know more about this, just check my tips and tricks series videos on the Galaxy S6 and Galaxy Note 5. Well, if you swipe from either corners at the top, you can basically shrink, that is, minimize the applications into pop-up floating windows, and up to 5 such windows can be put on the screen simultaneously, and in this way you can multitask. A press on the home button converts these floating windows into floating icons. So while gaming, you can still make calls, check the messages or browse the internet. Just tap on this to get the apps back. Another way to multitask is by splitting the screen into two. Just press and hold the app switcher and open the application side by side. This is Samsung's one of the oldest tricks, and actually if you are familiar with Samsung devices and their TouchWiz interface, then there is nothing new on this S7. If you have seen my tips and tricks series videos on the S6 and Note 5, then you already know all of these stuffs. In short, this 2016 version of Galaxy S7 as well as A5 are basically clone of the flagship S6 on the software department and also on the exterior design, but much inferior in the hardware department, that is the display and the processing power. So if you want a low priced Galaxy S6, then you can get an S7 or the A5 particularly. You are getting almost all the software features and the great looks. Now if you find any feature missing on this device, then you can also download that from the Galaxy App Store. There you get the Smart Manager and Mix Radio for unlimited music listening, and you can also download the songs as you know. You also get the Microsoft apps preloaded, and the Opera Max browser is also preloaded for the ultra data saving mode. This can save up to 40% of your browsing and downloading data only when you are using the mobile data. There is also Smart Manager for cleaning up the storage, RAM, etc. and the phone can scan for unnecessary data, unused applications and help you to clear up the storage. You can clear the RAM from here, which is the most vital part. There is an inbuilt antivirus software on your phone which can fight against adware and malware. So scan the device now and then to remove the disturbing ads, and there is also Samsung Knox activated on this phone, which can actually create a separate workspace for your work and play. That is, you can maintain two profiles on your phone. The things you do in the Knox mode will be protected with enterprise level security. I'll talk more about this feature in the full in-depth review, so keep in touch guys. Under battery, you get two power saving modes. In this mode, the battery is saved by reducing the CPU clock speed and the frame rate, the brightness of the screen, and this ultra power saving mode is the best feature of Samsung devices. In this mode, the screen actually goes grayscale and all the background applications are suspended and only the vital applications can be run. So you can expect at least 3 to 4 hours of battery backup with only 5% battery left. Rest of the apps are System and Google apps. As I mentioned before, you can download a lot more apps from the Galaxy App Store, and themes, camera modes, effects can be downloaded as well. So this is the benefit of getting a Samsung device. You get a do not disturb mode preloaded, and you can control your incoming calls, messages and app notifications from here. You can also add exceptions for your favorite contacts. As I mentioned before, you can change the theme of this phone, and the themes change the wallpaper, the icons and the color of the dial pad, the notification center, etc. Let me show you a few more important settings options. You get the smart dual SIM option, that is, if you get a call on the SIM 2 even when you are busy on the SIM 1, you will get a call waiting notification. With the help of NFC, you can tap and pay using Samsung Pay. Next, under the display settings, you get Smart Stay feature, that is, with the help of the front-facing camera, the screen won't turn off as long as you are looking at it. The phone actually scans your eyes, so better switch it off to save battery. As discussed before, you get different screen modes, though I suggest you to keep the adaptive display to save battery and get the most out of the screen. The phone also packs some motions and gestures enabled features. You get the smart alert, flip to mute and palm swipe to capture the screen. I'll give you detailed demonstrations of these features in the full in-depth review, so keep in touch guys. It will take me several hours to show you all the smart features you have on this S7. For example, there is a very nice feature called Send SOS Message under Privacy and Safety. Just triple tap the power key and the phone will track your location and capture some images with the front and the rear camera. An audio file will be recorded as well. All of this information along with your SOS message will be sent to your emergency contact number. So really a very handy feature. Overall, this Galaxy S7 seems like a great device with awesome software features, and you are not missing anything from the Samsung flagship devices. Only the CPU and the GPU are slightly weaker. I mean, considering this is a higher mid-range device, the specs are actually pretty good. You get octa-core 1.6 GHz Cortex-A53 processor and Mali-T720 graphics, which is sufficient for hardcore gaming, but Samsung's own Galaxy J7 has got more or less the same specs and is priced at 15,000 rupees. So that's quite weird. The RAM is double on this phone, which is quite vital, and you are also getting better display, metal and glass body and premium software features. But paying more than double for this doesn't really make sense, so wait for the price drop or get the Galaxy S6. Overall, as a whole, this is a great device. I really liked everything about this phone. After using this device for a while, I'll upload the full in-depth review into this channel, so make sure you are subscribed, and you can check the description below for more interesting videos on this device and other alternatives. Thanks a lot for watching guys. This is Sukesh and have a nice day.